captured any of that first stage, but it's okay.
Let's
Still a
t
lot of racing left.
let's talk with Optic really quick. Optic, how
Interest.
I saw that your pace really slowed down a lot towards the end of the stage. Were you s saving tires pretty bad?
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was now everyone
So how
except
many of
two
those
people
guys are a
are
lap down?
a lot down. So
Right, right. Okay. Well, good stage win. Let's see what you do in the second stage. Okay.
So has he got just about everybody a lap down now? Because I
I
assume they
think
all
so.
pitted too.
I'm gonna try and get a a running order here. It
Uh,
looks like the four of Code Snipes is in second here. DRB is in third. So a bunch of cars. You know, I think pitting late in that stage really hurt them as far as bid goes. He's all the way back fighting for looks like eighth position there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, seventh position here. And I think he has a lot of cars a lap down here. So we'll see. Maybe Optic can save a little bit more during this stage and not have to pit while other people have to push. So we'll see how well this
yeah,
goes.
I think Simol. Yeah. Simoleon's got shuffled way back there. I think he had some contact with, it sounds like NASCAR. He is way back off the pace here, so he's got some work to do to catch up to the field. I
That's
think he's one of
unfortunate.
those cars that is a lap down.
That's unfortunate because he was in it, in a position to win here,
Yeah.
which is very unfortunate for him. So we'll see. You know, you got Optic,
Well,
Ben,
I'm
and
riding
NASCAR.
along with DRB. DRB and Flyer fans are going at it here. I think DRB just slid up and got into Flyer fans, and those two look like they were battling for about fifth place. So DRB was kind of quiet that first stage, but he may got the line down now. It looks like he's starting to move up a little bit, and it looks like we've got trying to see who all is ahead of him. Not a lot. Trying to catch up here with Optic and see who all is behind him to get an idea.
Flyer fans. I'm trying to see where Optic is. It looks like he's in. I don't
Optic
know.
is about to come up, I think, on Puggy, so he looks like he has absolutely checked out here. No, he hasn't checked out that much.
He still is in second place with.
Yeah.
Well, from what I can see, he's in second place to Cod Snipes here in the running order, but he could be a lap down. I'm gonna get.
Trying to catch up to whoever is up there in that battle behind Optic and can't quite identify who it is. Yeah, that's Cod up there. He is up there. I think he must have got his lap back and is trying to stay in front of Optic. See if I can find a battle somewhere on the track here.
So I just got information that it is Optic, then Ben, then Cod Snipes, and Flyer are the only cars on the lead lap so far. You know, Ben is fighting for it looks like seventh place. He's stuck really far back here. 1, 2, 3,
Seventh
4,
place in the
5, 6,
field, but
7.
since he
Yeah.
is on the lead lap, he's actually, you said second, right?
Right, exactly. So there's a
Right.
bunch of lapped cars in front of him. We'll see how
And
well.
then Cod is barely on the lead lap because he is just probably 8 or 10 car lengths in front of Optic.
Right.
So was he third or was he fourth?
I believe he was third. And now it looks like
Okay.
Flyer fans took second away from Ben, because he's ahead of him there. So I believe the running order right now is Optic, Flyer fans, Ben and Cod Snipes. Everyone else is a lap down. And it looks like
Well,
Ben
I'll
is
tell
going to
you what, that was
challenge.
some strategy there by Optic to trap all these cars or trucks a lap down at the end of the stage.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great tire strategy and worked out really well for him.
Definitely. And, he had to go really slow for that to happen. So, it's always frustrating as a driver to have to lift and not go as fast as your opponents, especially when you're saving tires. But it works out in the end with him being able to put a whole bunch of cars a lap down, um, and still retain that lead.
Okay, so let's play some strategy. And from what I am seeing, it
Bent.
looks like the real battle right now is who's going to get the free pass. And it looks like DRB is the one in position to get it right now, and he really doesn't have anybody around him. But he's got to be up there. He's got to be pulling for COD right now, because Optic is right on the bumper of COD, and if he catches him, then that moves DRB out of the free pass position. So,
Okay, so
I
the
gotta
top
believe
five.
that right
Hold
now,
on.
DRB.
I just got information. The top 5 is Optic, Flyer, COD, Venom, and DRB. So Venom and DRB are both challenging for. I thought Ben was in there. I think Ben is in there. They just didn't include it. So Venom, I believe, and DRB are both challenging for the free pass position here. It looks like we have somebody in the pits. Puggy is in the pits here.
Now,
It looks
I
like.
would assume most people. I wonder, has anybody learned anything from stage 1? Are we going to see people try to save
got
their
another-
tires and make it?
We got another
DRB
pitter
looks
here.
like he's pitting.
DRB. We got somebody going through the grass. Bad boys going through the grass here.
So it looks like nobody is going to try to make it on fuel or tires in this stage other than maybe Optic again. So DRB is hitting pit road. I think he's one of the first ones in. So he's going to take advantage of those fresh tires. It just seems like when you get fresh tires, even if you are only a lap fresher than somebody else, it really puts you way out in front of them.
Well, not only that, but the disadvantage is, on my screen,
Simoleons and DRB hit
just
each other on
absolutely
pit road.
rammed on pit road. That was funny.
Now obviously he can't control that, but
Right.
yeah, doesn't look like it affected DRB. The game put him right back out.
Right. So like I was saying, the disadvantage, and you got DRB going right up the track here. Luckily, there's nobody behind him. The disadvantage is obviously going a lap down, and if you have somebody that can save their tires till the end, then you'll stay a lap down. And I think a couple of them are going 2 laps down as we speak. So
Yeah,
we'll
I gotta
see.
believe that puts DRB 2 laps down. But again, if everybody goes through this cycle and pits, then he should be the first car. I guess maybe it's going to be the first car 2 laps down instead of 1.
Correct.
And that assumes Optic doesn't pit. So
Right.
let's see if we can catch up with Optic real quick. I gotta believe he's going to go with the same strategy
I'll get him right
and try
now.
to not pit.
Optic, how you doing for this stage here?
I'm fine. I got 15% in the right rear, so I'm making it.
Okay.
So it looks like most
How many
people
laps you got left?
are going to be 2 laps down except about 4.
Correct. All right. Sounds good. Did you hear that one, Tom?
Yeah, so he's not going to pit again, and he's going to have everybody but the top 4 will be 2 laps down. If those top 4 pit, even they will be 1 lap down, I think.
Right. Optic is just coming out of turn 4. There's literally no one around him. And he just took the checkered flag. Let's see, Puggy.
So it'll be interesting to see if I couldn't tell if anybody else tried that same strategy or if everybody else pitted.
We'll get an update here really quick. Okay, so it is Optic, Ben, Flyer, DRB, and COD.
Are they all on the lead lap, or who's a lap down?
I'm getting that information right now.
Okay.
Let's start with our... Okay, 2 laps down. Let's see. I'm going to talk with Big Ben here. Ben, how's the race going for you so far? Yeah, I heard, you're in second place here. You got a little bit of in the beginning of stage 1, you fell back a little bit after pitting, but now you're back in the second position. I think you got a good chance.
When the real race started, I knew if I could make it to stage 3, be last, I'll have a real.
All right.
Stage 3, I'm 3 lap. Trouble behind me.
Oh yeah. It looks like Optic didn't get going, so I'll let you get back to it. But good luck. All right, so it looks like Optic didn't get going there. Start the race, but he's already back in second place fighting. We got a big 4 wide. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck in the infield. It looks like the 20 of Flyers got involved in that. It's a shame because he was, I think, on the lead lap or 1 lap down, but below third is what I'm hearing is 2 laps down. So you got,
Wow.
yeah.
So you got Optic and Ben and whoever's third place as on the
Flyers
lead lap,
currently.
and after that you go right to 2 laps down. And
Yeah.
Flyers just had problems, so he
Did. He just ran
may
through
be
the
on the lead
infield
lap
here.
but out of contention. So Ben's got to be liking the view from up front here.
Yeah, but remember, you also got a save here. Yeah, I just saw Flyers. He is coming out of turn 4 right now. He's got a damaged race car. Ben, remember, he has to save tires here. The first stint of this, because obviously everyone's going to have to pit once at least. The first stint is always going to be the hardest because you're going to want to save as much as you can, but not give away as much as possible. So we'll see how everyone deals with that. Ben said he's loving it so far. He's playing the stage perfectly. It looks like Optic's going around the outside here. Let's see what happens. Yep, he's outside. Okay, never mind. He didn't complete the pass there, but they're definitely fighting for it.
I am impressed with Ben. He obviously learned on that first stage what you have to do. He made the tires last through the second stage. He stayed on the lead lap. He took advantage when Optic bobbled on the restart. I am impressed with the run Ben is having right now.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. I think, like I said before, when he qualifies well, he typically does well in the race, and they've both checked out here. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how well they save tires here, because that is definitely going to be needed, especially like I said on the first stint. We'll see maybe if a couple of these different guys who are 2 laps down or something try something interesting towards the end, but we haven't seen any cautions so far other than the stage breaks.
That is what has surprised me, is no cautions at all. I figured we would have at least one, and typically you have one at least in the first stage while people are getting things sorted out.
Yeah, and it's yeah, I agree with you. I think that Atlanta's a big racetrack, so I think for the most part, I think drivers are given a lot of room here. They're being pretty generous with that, and when you have tires, it's easier to hold a line. I think it's towards the end of a run. You don't really get braking loose to the where you're spinning around. I think most drivers are pitting at that moment, so they're not really pushing it. So we'll see. I think we might we might see some breaking loose cars maybe towards the end of this stint here before they have to pit. I think it's going to be a little bit more than, or it should be a little bit more than halfway when they start to pit. So we'll see.
So I'm looking at Simoleons here. It looks like he has worked his way up. I don't know that he is closing in on the front two, but he has at least worked his way through the traffic. So we get so Simoleons I'm hearing is in 12th, but he has worked his way through the traffic. Boy, if he could get one of his laps back, he could at least make a run into the top 5. I'm sure he's up there saying, bring out a caution so he can get maybe get back around to one of the last laps.
And Ben and Optic are changing. It looks like Optic is right outside. He's Optic slammed in the back of Ben there. I think Ben is trying to focus on tires, but the clean air is allowing him to stay up front here just a little bit better than Optic. Optic is going to try around the outside. He's going to maybe tap the wall. He's going to try the high side, bring it down. We'll see if he can pull off this move. I don't know. We'll see. Nope, Ben's going to slide back on him.
Slide up there in front and slam the door on him there. I
think really
Optic's
slide up
trying
there.
to balance between saving tires and looking for the opportunity to put the truck back out front.
Optic is so much faster in 3 and 4, and it just shows, he's tapping with the bumper there. But Ben, I think, is really trying to focus on conserving the tires in order to make it the long run here. And Optic might get the inside here. Ben gets a little bit tight, has to close down on the bottom. Ben is definitely not going to give up the bottom line.
It looks like Optic side by side with him going into 3 and 4.
We'll see how well this high side holds up. Maybe Optic tries the over-under. No, there's no room there.
Up.
Yep.
Ben was slamming the door there, came right up, said, I like this position. I think I'm going to try to keep it.
Yeah, exactly. I think
now,
he was not going to let him easy there.
Optic is that much faster than Ben.
And he's going to get under him there. He's going to get under them there.
He's got under
him. And Optic's got it here, I think.
This is it.
And 3 and 4 is so much faster for Optic.
Yeah, I think Ben's going to let him go here.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to push the issue in 3 and 4 when Optic's got the low line.
Oh, and they're pitting.
He spun.
I think he blew a tire. I'm not sure.
They're both on pit road.
Well, they both made it on pit road. We'll see. Oh, Ben didn't make it on pit road. He's having to go around again.
Did he get tapped by Simoleons there?
No, I think he... maybe. I think he blew a tire. Yep.
Oh.
And that is going to take him out of contention.
Simoleons is saying he didn't touch him. I can hear that on Discord, and I don't know. I wasn't saying that he did. I just saw Ben sideways, and Simoleons was the next truck in line, so I wasn't sure what happened there. That is really going to put Ben in a bad position.
And unless Optic has some problems on pit road here.
Yeah, a whole lap around and get back on pit road, and that's assuming he can get around without having any tire issues, because usually they are running it right down to the last possible lap before pitting anyway. So now he's got to make a lap around and hope he doesn't blow a tire. So let's see if I can catch up with him. He is on pit road now.
Yeah, he made it to pit road. Optic's coming around here to take the lead from him, I believe. And then we'll see. I think Ben just pulled into his pit stop. So we'll see how well this turns out for Ben, but I think he's going to be out of contention here. Potentially one lap down.
I don't think he'll be a lap down unless there is a lot of damage, because keep in mind, he was a full lap ahead, I think. So let's see how it goes. He didn't have too much damage, because I timed that as just a 16 or 17 second stop, so he must not have blown the tire. Ben is out.
He is out. Okay, so he's in the middle of turn 1. I'm running around with Optic here. Let's see how much he catches him by here. He's closing in on him.
So Ben is easing his way up on the straightaway here in the backstretch.
And here comes Optic.
On the lead lap.
Here comes Optic. I don't think Ben's going to give up that. I don't think Ben's going to go down a lap easy
down
here. Yeah, definitely. Especially if a caution comes out, which we might see towards the end of this stage, or maybe even next stage.
No, this is the last stage.
I'm sorry. The
Yeah.
yeah, towards the end of the race
Whoa,
here.
Ben was loose there. He was sideways for sure. So now this is going to be interesting. His tires are 1 lap fresher than Optics. Now 1 lap doesn't sound like a lot, but it just seems like it does make a difference. Let's see if having 1 lap fresher tires allows him to pull away from Optic at all.
Not quite into 1 and 2. It looks like Optic's a little bit gaining on him. Let's see how well he gains out of 1 and 2 here. A little bit. But like I said, Optic is just so fast in 3 and 4 here. There's really no challenging him, and Ben looks to be running a half lane up to where Optic's running. And most of the time, the drivers can run flat out here. Ooh, Optic hit the wall there.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
yeah.
That's definitely not gonna help him there. Most of the drivers can run flat out to the finish here, so I don't think most guys got to worry about tires. We'll see if there's any cautions coming out. I doubt it though, which is weird. You know, we're gonna run a caution-free Atlanta race. I say that now, but we might have a caution here coming out. But you know, it's weird sounding coming out. You know, caution-free Atlanta race.
I am trying to find a battle somewhere on the track and haven't really found one. It looks like the last guy I'm seeing pitting maybe is Cod. Yeah, I'm following him. He is coming onto pit road right now. But I am just riding around here seeing everybody is so spread out right now. There is not a real battle anywhere on the track that I can see.
Yeah, I can't see either. I mean, most people are spread out. I'm riding around with Flyer fans right now.
Is Optic about to put Ben a lap down?
I'm riding around with Flyer fans here. I don't know if that's for position up ahead of him. The 97 of DRB, I believe. I'm not sure. Maybe the 27. Yeah, 27. Sorry. I don't know if that is for position, so we'll see. But remember, Flyer
Optic
fans was one of the only.
Ben a lap down.
Okay. So that would be everyone 1 lap down, as far as I can tell. You know, Cod really ran that stage long. I mean, he pitted. I think he was the last to pit, and that was. I mean, that's typically not normal.
Unless he had pitted way before then, and that was his second pit stop.
Yeah, maybe that was for damage, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
But that seemed very late. You know, maybe he was able to save his tires a little bit better than everyone else. We'll see. Towards the end, I'm riding around with Cod right now, and there's nobody around him. Rookie in the series, along with Flyer fans here, doing well. Doing well so far, which is nice. You know, it's refreshing to get new guys in, and they're doing well. Hop right in. But like I said, Optic is just putting on another clinic.
Looks like we got Phenomenal and Bad Boy maybe having a battle here. I'm seeing Bad Boy is here right behind Phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm watching Phenomenal right
across
now.
The start line. Yeah, I'm watching Bad Boy. Bad Boy's going to take the high line here. I got to believe that is for position. But,
well, it's the only one. Even if it's not for position,
low.
It's the only battle so far.
Exactly.
They're definitely battling like it is for position. Oh, Bad Boy gets up into Phenomenal just a little bit there.
Yeah, it's like he couldn't. It looked like he was kind of pushing him up the track a little there on the entry to 3. He got to the bottom,
at least entry,
but he wasn't at the bottom at the beginning. He certainly took a high entry, and I think that pushed Phenomenal up and gave him room to get by. I'm sure Phenomenal had to lift there, thinking he was going to get pushed into the wall.
And that was it. That's it. So another win by Optic. Let's see what we can figure out what the top 3 is. You know, I was going to say this before the race ended. Some people like to make that entry a little bit higher than others, so that they can arc it down in the corner. We see that tactic sometimes, you know, fighting for the lead here. So, well, maybe it's not over.
I was gonna say, it looks like we are still running here full speed. Yeah, and I'm sure at
No?
this point they're sliding a little bit. Maybe they are running optics across the line. Everybody else has got to get back to the line.
Phenomenal to me is coasting along with DRB. Or,
Okay.
not DRB, Bad Boy. So, Christian is 3 laps down. So, very uncharacteristic of him. I don't know if maybe he didn't get a lot of practice in this race. I think I was with him earlier. He didn't get a lot of practice. Unfortunate day for him. And that's the end of the race here. So after an hour, we have a winner.
Yeah. Optic really kind of won that race in stage 1 by putting so many trucks a lap down.
I'm going to try and see if I can get... Okay, so it's
So
Optic,
what
Flyer
were-
Fans, Ben. So Ben actually lost the position to Flyer Fans, then COD. So let's see if we can get the top 3 here in chat here. Let's invite him to our party here. You want to invite Ben, and I'll invite Optic.
Sure.
And I'll invite... Well, I was going to invite one of the new guys. Give me 1 second.
All right. Let's see here.
So, Optic, I'm gonna let Tom take over and invite or in interviewing you, but it seemed like you had a good race there. Tell us about it from your point of view.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was shredding my tires in the first stage until I looked down and I'm at like 50% and I only ran like 7 out of 20 laps. So at that point I started checking up and not running it hard at all. But I was trying to just make it a no stop.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it really seems like you won
ahead,
the
Tom.
race to me. You won the race in stage 1 because you had put almost everybody a lap down, and then you pretty much repeated that to second stage by not pitting again when everybody else did. But boy, you had them all down a lap, and then you just kept them there. Did you expect everybody else to pit, or did you expect them to save tires like you did? Were you surprised that everybody else was pitting in stage 1?
In stage 1, I wasn't surprised. I mean, I was catching off on if I can make it, but then I saw. I'm surprised they pitted in the stage 2.
Yeah, it seemed like I figured everybody else was going to figure out, hey, if I pit, I'm going to go down a lap so they'd save tires, and it seems like they really didn't. Tell me what happened on that last restart. It seemed like you had a little trouble get going, then you had to drive pretty hard to get back around Ben. What happened on that last restart?
Yeah, my car just wouldn't shift. I don't know. I don't know if it's controller or just some glitch, but it got going. So
So that was like your Kyle Busch moment. We don't see very many mistakes out of the great Optic Goblin, but that was one of them. Couldn't get going, but then I think Ben returned the favor by having some trouble on pit road, and that pretty much was the end of it. But yeah, what about the battle at the beginning of stage 1 with Flyer Fans? I think that was his first race here. You guys were having a great battle. Did you know he was going to be that fast?
no, there was a bunch of new names in this race tonight that I've never raced with, but they were pretty quick. So it's nice to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I think, this race was really about tire management, and obviously
Yeah.
you're no stranger to that. Um, Seeing how the field, I mean, I thought it was very surprising that they were pitting. I mean, at least not in the first stage, but in the second stage, definitely surprising because um, from my practice, the first stage is also is much harder than the second stage after you get adjustments and tire pressure, that kind of stuff. So, who do you think was your biggest threat during the race here?
Um, it was Flyers early on, but then on that in the last stage, I guess he went through the grass and ended up 16 seconds back. So at that point, it was just a race between me and Ben.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good race for you, another win. You put everyone through fourth, a lap down, and I guess we'll see you coming. I think it's Iowa next, right? Where you dominated
Yeah, I
in the
believe so.
Xfinity Series again. So we'll see. I think you're the favorite to win that one as well. So we'll see you June. Well, it looks like to be determined, but we'll see you at Iowa.
Yep, sounds good.
All right.
Congratulations, Optic.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And we'll see you tomorrow night, too.
That too. Yes, for the Xfinity Series. All right, Tom, let's talk with our second place finisher, I think. Let me make sure. I want to make sure I got this right. Yes, our second place finisher, Flyer fans, who's new. Flyer fans, do you have that check mark, include my audio kit on?
Yeah.
All right. How are you, man? Congratulations on the
All
second
right.
place finish.
Thanks. Truck.
Man, you were having quite a battle with Optic there in stage one. I was impressed. You were showing a lot of speed, but it seemed like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what happened? Did you kind of wear out the tires doing all that side-by-side racing with him? Because you were right up with him, and then you had to pit, and of course, he kind of fooled everybody by not pitting at all.
Stage one, I pushed it to the limits, and I didn't really think about saving. And then I started realizing tire wear started going. Like, alright, just push it to the end. Hopefully, everyone doesn't have to pit. I mean, everyone has to pit, but everyone had to. And then stage two, I just saved the whole stage, because next guy behind me was the lap down, so I just saved the whole stage.
Yeah.
So that was
Now,
good.
What? Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Go ahead, Zach. Like I say, I missed it completely on the Twitch feed, but somehow you got sent into the grass or something there. I think it was stage 3. What happened there?
When Optic missed his shift, I was right behind him. He just went right into me, and that sent me all the way to the back of the pack. I was working my way through and got dumped into the grass.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, I saw
Well, it
that
seems
coming
like
on.
you-
I saw you get turned into the infield there. Tough break as far as that goes, as far as challenging for the lead there. How how well were you saving tires during the race here?
Second stage very well. I had enough to probably go another lap. First stage, I didn't know what the hell tire savings was.
Yeah, definitely. And the first stage seemed to be a struggle for everyone. Second stage, not so much. Did you think you had the speed to compete for first today if you didn't have that accident?
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is an impressive debut. First race out here with these guys, and you're up there challenging for the lead. You came home with a strong second place. You got to be happy with your first race out here in this league.
Yes and no. I would like to contend for the win because I know I had a really good chance for it. But I'll take my second, but I'm looking for better. I want that win.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish and your debut in the PRL Racing League here. And we'll see you at Iowa next week. All right, let's
thanks
talk.
for joining us.
let's talk with Big Ben here, who came in third place briefly, was able to challenge Optic for the lead there. Let's see what happened. Ben, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, so you were the last car on the lead lap there. I saw you had some troubles towards the middle of stage at stage 3 essentially. Tell us about that.
There wasn't any trouble on my end. I'm minding my own business, getting down the road, and I got completely cleaned up.
By who?
Who was it that got you?
Simoleons, completely ran into the back of me. I'm down on the
wow.
apron, and I get nailed.
Now, were you planning to pit that lap, or he just got into you?
The moment Optic took the lead from me was going to be, all right, I can pit then. Because if he's in front of me and he can't pit on the same lap, that's pretty much a full second I have on him now. Because tire fall off is, between a second and a second and a half. Well, for half second. But that's game time that I could have had.
Yeah.
And
Now,
so that was always the plan.
Simoleons was saying on Discord that on his screen he didn't touch you, but that was the first question I asked when I saw you having trouble was, did you get hit from behind? So you're saying you got hit. On his screen he said he didn't touch you, but you're saying you did get hit and that's what caused the spin?
I did. I will show the replay if I have to, because I recorded it on my Xbox. It's still uploading.
It may be a lag thing that what you're seeing and what he's seeing are different, because I think we have ran into that from time to time.
So I did see you go through pit lane there, and at first it looked like you made it on pit lane fine, and then you sped up and had to go around a lap. How much did that hurt your chances contending for the win?
That pretty much killed it, because between this, I think this is the most even that mine and Optics trucks have been all year. I know I nabbed him for the pole there in Bristol, but he hands down had the best truck at Bristol. However, we were pretty even tonight, and I'm fairly certain I could have contended for the win, because it cost me an entire lap, and I'm kept in front of Optic the entire time. There at the end to stay on the lead lap.
Now, towards the beginning of the race in stage 1, it seemed like you were in 4th place. You were a little bit farther back while everyone else was contending, but they were burning up their tires. Was your plan always to try and save tires in the first and second stages in order to make it to the end?
Exactly. It was pretty much just survive, and if I knew I survived and stayed on the lead lap, start of the 3rd stage, I'd have a very good chance to win. It was just about surviving and making sure my tires last those first 2 stages.
Well, I'll tell you what, you definitely had some speed tonight, and Zach called it from the beginning. When he saw your qualifying position, he said if he qualifies well, he'll run well. And you started up second, and I'm telling you, you were right there with Optic. I know it's frustrating to not have things go your way with the whole thing with Simoleons, but you got to be encouraged. This is probably the fastest truck you have had in any of the races so far. So you got to at least feel encouraged by that.
I mean, it was cool to be running up there battling with him for 10, 15 laps, but at the end of the day, he's still the one in victory lane, and I'm the one, being interviewed for 3rd place.
Yeah,
it
makes you feel better. This was
really disappointing.
This was the most speed I have seen out of your truck. So I thought this was the best run you had.
That's what probably pisses me off more than anything else. Is this is the fastest truck I've had all year, and got ruined there at the end.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is we still got a few more races there for you to get your first win in the Truck Series.
Hopefully I can have some speed tomorrow too.
That too.
Running an Xfinity.
Definitely, and I think you'll get your first win here coming up soon. We got a bunch of good racetracks, and the speed you showed tonight definitely can translate to these different tracks we have coming up on the schedule there for you.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Definitely.
good luck coming, for Xfinity tomorrow.
Thank you,
Obviously,
thank you.
third place finish is good for you as far as points go, and it'll move you up in the power rankings for sure. I know that's not a very good consolation prize, but definitely better than nothing. And we'll see you next week at Iowa. All right.
Alrighty.
All
All
right.
right, catch you later, man. Congratulations on third place.
So,
Thank you.
Tom, we saw a lot of battles here, especially up at the front here. It was exciting to see. We got some new guys up in it, some veterans like Ben challenging for the lead here. It's always exciting to see, especially with the way that the series has gone so far. What do you think the chances are we get a different winner in victory lane next week?
We're going to Iowa next week. I got
Yes.
to be honest, I don't think that there is a very good chance next week. We've seen how Ben runs that in the Xfinity series, so I don't think there is a good chance next week. But I will tell you what, some of these new guys that are coming in are really fast. Flyer Fans was given Optic all he could handle. I think he will be doing that probably every week, and I think he will probably start figuring out when he needs to save tires and when he needs to push it. So I don't know that I would expect us to see a different winner next week, but before the season's over, I think there's a really good chance we're going to see a different winner.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I think, there's definitely a chance we might get a different winner in Iowa, but the way that Optic dominated Iowa in the Xfinity Series, it's going to be pretty hard here, especially short tracks. Wasn't really Optic's thing at the beginning of the series. At least from himself, he told us, but he's really dominated short tracks as far as the season goes. Maybe that's a little bit credit to his dirt background. Which just got announced. We're running a dirt league next season. So I think we, like you said, we will definitely have a different winner here to close out the season. Where that will be, I don't know. But we will figure that out, and we will go to next week. Next week we'll go to Iowa, and we'll figure that out. All right.
All right. See you tomorrow night when we are both behind the wheel.
That too. That'll be an interesting race for sure. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Good luck tomorrow, Zach.
You too.